The Bears take on the Lions. 12:30 Eastern kickoff this Thursday. Happy Turkey Day, blah, 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 all that good stuff. The Bears are -1.5, totals 39. Now, we did see a flip of the lines in this game here, as Chicago actually opened up the betting as the 1-point dog. Now, we did see a 2-point move downward on the total as well. Once again, Chicago open +1, now -1.5. Total open 41, down to 39. 64% of the consensus are leaning toward Chicago. 65% shaded toward the under. Right now, Detroit is +108 on the money line. The Lions are also just 3-7-1 overall for the year, 4-7 against the spread in those games. They're last place in the NFC North, 4.5 games back of the division lead. They rank in the bottom 10 in points allowed, bottom 10 in rush yards allowed. Their defense has allowed 26 points per contest in their last 4 on average. They're right in the middle of a 4-game losing streak, and they've dropped 7 out of their last 8. A couple more things to add about Detroit. They failed to cover in their last 6 straight. Matthew Stafford is doubtful for Thursday's action. Melvin, Flowers, Agnew, Ragnall, Hand, and Walker are all questionable as well. Now, the Bears on the other side, it's all about the defense in Chicago. They rank in the top 5 in points allowed, top 10 in pass yards allowed. Their defense is allowing just 14 points per game in their last 3. Roquan Smith has 83 tackles on the year, 3 tackles for loss. Danny Trevathan, 70 tackles on the year, 3 tackles for loss. Trevathan, keep an eye on him. He is listed as questionable for Thursday's action. Fuller has 3 picks. Mack has 6.5 sacks. Williams 6 sacks himself. Chicago 2-1 straight up in their last 3. They successfully covered the number in 2 out of those 3 games. Chicago, relatively healthy. We're only seeing 2 guys on this injury report. And of course, that's Trevathan, who's listed as questionable, and Shaheen is questionable as well. Now, total-wise, Detroit 4-2 to the over in their last 6. Give me the Bears -1.5 and the over 39 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for NFL Week 13. Once again, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, all that jazz. Now, before we get into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube, I got to remind you real quick to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where we went 5-0 yesterday in our premium selections for Monday on that website. We do daily plays on that site beginning at just $1.99 per month. We have a bunch of different memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. And of course, at the end of the show, I will explain to you the main difference between my Patreon page and what I do here on YouTube. But once again, you can check out my very impressive record for free right on the homepage. All you have to do is click the link in the description section below. That's patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our next matchup, and that is going to be Bills taking on the Cowboys, 4:30 Eastern kickoff in Dallas. The Cowboys are -7 at home, totals 44.5. We saw a 0.5 point fade of Dallas and movement downward on the total. Cowboys open 7.5, down to -7. Total open 45, down to 44.5. 52% are leaning Buffalo, 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Bills are +260 on the money line. Buffalo's also failed to cover in 3 out of their last 6. Their offense has averaged just 15 points per game in their last 4, throwing out that Miami game. Neshke, Neal, and Foster are all questionable for this Thursday's action. Just to give you guys a heads up, Buffalo lost to Cleveland and Philadelphia this year. So keep that in mind. They rank in the bottom 10 in scoring, bottom 10 in passing yards. Meanwhile, Dallas on the other side, they successfully covered the number in 4 out of their last 5. Yeah, I know there's drama down there in Dallas, but I'm not buying it. I don't buy it. Jerry Jones is a showman, and he's just saving face. He loves Garrett like a brother. Probably gave him a warning before